So, Merry Christmas to you, and we hope that you have a very good, blissful, enjoyable day.
And Holy Night. But what I don't understand about Christmas is, I don't want us to go into it, but I wanted to ask you something about the wise men when they went to lay their, present, frankincense, myrrh, and gold before Jesus. And then people are just, there was some talk yesterday on the radio. I'm like, well, I don't want to go into that.
Well, it was relevant and
can
easy
you
things
imagine?
like that. Well, it's a time for sharing gifts, so I have a special gift for you.
Oh, Roland!
It's got all this bling bling around.
Can I open it?
Yeah, you can.
I can. And I have this for you.
Oh, thank you. And let me see. Well, I have seen it.
You like it?
Oh, it's a tie.
It's a tie.
Yeah, I'll be wearing it on Monday.
Ties.
Sharp.
So I thought.
Sharp. It should be small.
Oh, it's
it
a
is.
perfume,
Okay.
Roland.
All right.
Oh my goodness.
It's called it's called Controversial by Jade Goody, and Jade Goody
why did you buy
was
a controversial?
British celebrity.
Am I that controversial? Oh my goodness, it smells Roland, you were darling.
Oh,
thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Anti-sweet. All right. I hope you're fine.
I love it.
And you love it?
I love it.
All
I love
right,
it.
cool.
I love it.
I love yours too.
Thank you.
And, Monday
wait
sharp.
till Monday.
Blue.
Wait tomorrow.
Oh,
I want to see you tomorrow.
No,
You're
tomorrow.
coming to work tomorrow.
Tomorrow we don't wear formal shirts. You forgot.
Tomorrow is what? Tomorrow is Thursday.
26. Yes. I can't wear formal shirts. So.
Okay, so let's.
Monday sharp. I'll be on your case.
Yep, you should. We'll dive into the headlines for the morning, and Christians in Ghana today join others around the world over the mark of the birth of Jesus Christ.
4-year-old girl defied by a 60-year-old man at Afienya in the Dangbe West district of the Greater Accra region.
And residents of the Alavanyo want government to take over the disputed lands in order to ensure peace between the Nkonyes and Alavanyo.
Now we'll bring you a lot more stories from the Bui area as naming of the only primary school in 3 communities in the Bui resettlement area of the Bunafu region seem to be causing some confusion as chiefs seem to be laying claim to the stool in the area.
And the governor of Bank of Ghana drops hints of address and foreign exchange challenges next year.
Talking about 2014,
yep.
We're going to give you a review on the AM show in the course of the week. But in the meantime, though, let's bring you the details of the news.
After the break.
Well, so we're ready now for the news. Christians in Ghana today will join all other Christians the world over to mark the birth of Jesus Christ. And the occasion is widely observed on December 25th. While the birth year of Jesus is estimated among modern historians to have been between 7 and 2 BC, the exact month and day of his birth are still unknown. His birth is mentioned in 2 of the 4 canonical Gospels. By the early to mid-4th century, the Western Christian Church had placed Christmas on December 25, a date later adopted in the East, although some churches celebrate on the December 25 of the older Julian calendar, which correspond to January in the modern-day Gregorian calendar.
Even though firecrackers, also known as knockouts, have been banned, they are on display for sale in huge quantities at the Okaishi and Makola markets here in Accra for the Christmas and New Year festivities. Joy News has been interacting with some traders to get answers to why these products find their way back to the market.
Contrary to government's ban on the importation, sale, possession and the use of firecrackers, most traders in Accra have defied the warning and continue to display the banned item for sale. The traders say they are aware of the ban but cannot take it off their shelves because it forms an important part of the celebration.
Yes, but anyone you did no know what you are fear, no know what you are blowing. I cannot fear because can't me, old me, she can't be me, Anya, you blow and knock out to be me because the no ni hana na the ake affieshe. Old me, she don't know ni ham and fan aka affieshe. Can't you knock out to be me, Bebronia, Bebronia with you? She don't know, you don't know one home, no can fear or no fan, no, Nimoko shock a container. I just said to 20 containers kebaba because I fieshe. Now, old me, she, no, they won't. Firecracker, say, "Honey, wo, kai bronya ta anado."
Others said, knowing the dangers involved, they always caution their patrons on where to light the firecrackers. They also pleaded with city authorities to allow them sell, since this is the peak moment for making sales. In an interaction with the Accra Regional Police PRO, DSP Freeman Tete, he outlined the dangers involved in the indiscriminate use of firecrackers.
In Christmas season, it becomes increasingly difficult, especially when the police have a bigger attention somewhere. It becomes difficult. But the danger involved in the use of those things is that it can create a lot of problems. It can cause fire outbreak. It can also cause injury to the person or property or burn property.
He further cautioned the public to keep off firecrackers, adding the ban is still in force and that is an offense to manufacture, possess or sell firecrackers in the country.
That is why we keep on entreating the public that it's dangerous. There's a law there. I've just cited the law. It's important that we all abide by it. You may not be lucky. You can be picked by the police and then face the full rigors of the law. Besides that, we are still enforcing that. So we are still warning people. We want to entreat the public that the law is still there. It has not been repealed. So people should not possess them. They should not use them.
He added the police is also collaborating with other stakeholders. Meanwhile, with barely a day to go for the Christmas, traders expressed mixed reaction on patronage of their wares. They complain of dwindling sales as compared to last year during the same period. Others, including Amamora, said her business is doing fine and was very optimistic that things would even be better in the days ahead.
Well, we'll have to take you to the Volta region, where residents of Alavanyo want government to take over a disputed land, which is also being claimed by the people of Nkonya. According to the residents of Alavanyo, the killings in the area are gradually wiping out the entire community, and taking over the disputed land will restore peace between the Alavanyos and the Nkonyas. Etonam say visited the community and report that 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. curfew was still on.
Nkonya and Alavanyo are very busy towns in the Volta region. Residents are predominantly farmers and traders. But today, the story is different. Residents in both communities live in fear. They could be attacked and killed by their opponents any day. Government imposed a 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. curfew on both towns as peace returns to the area, threatened by sporadic skirmishes between the two sides over a piece of land.
The peace process was stalled because of the inability of the commission to come out with the truth. The Nkonyas have always maintained that they are telling the truth, and the Alavanyos are saying no, it is not. But when you look at all these things, about 6 cases have been sent to court, and Nkonyas have won all. There were some which were even appealed by the Alavanyos, which they also lost. So we feel that it is a high time the Alavanyo chief tell his people the truth.
It is 4:45 p.m. here at Nkonya, and residents are calm than usual. With barely 24 hours to Christmas, there was no sign of celebration.
Actually, Christmas is a very, I may say, happiest day because Christ has been born, and then we have to celebrate. But this time, because of the curfew. Since we cannot stand against the law of the country, we have to abide by the curfew.
It is 6 p.m. and every outdoor activity comes to a halt as residents take steps not to break the curfew. Security forces are on the alert in charge of maintaining peace and order in both communities. Borders linking Nkonya and Alavanyo to neighboring communities are closed.
The naming of the only primary school in the Bui Authority resettlement area in the Banda district of the Bronga-Hafu region is causing disagreement among 3 communities. According to the chief of Bato in Yankrum, one of the communities, the BPA assured them of a replacement of their primary school prior to their relocation.
This is the primary school in contention. The chief of Akanya Krom wants the school to bear the name Akanya Krom Catholic School, but the chief of Bui disagrees. A letter to the various chiefs clearly indicates that this is not a replacement for the former Akanya Krom school that was lost. So I understand that at present, this primary school has no name. The chief of Bato Akanya Krom, Togwi Kpakpa Agbesi II, does not, however, object to the enrollment of children from other communities. He fears his community may not get back the 60-year-old school they lost when their village was submerged by the Volta River when it was impounded.
As we were already having our school, our materials, including teachers, furniture, everything inclusive, school records, everything. We couldn't leave them there. We brought everything. So surprisingly, they told me that that is not our school, which was existing over there. This is BPA, whatever, established school. Therefore, they will have to compensate our school. But do you know what? Before they came to this decision, by then, the whole community has submerged.
2 communities, Bui and Dokochina, will however not accept this easily.
We are losing a lot. We have lost land. You understand? But the government has not compensated us. But we are staying here. For now, the school here is a community school. It's a community school where we have diverse religious denominations. We have Muslims, we have Fatah, and each of them had a school. So if you are saying that your name should be on the school, that means we are trying to deprive somebody.
The 6-unit classroom block, according to the Bui Power Authority, is to enroll pupils from the community it is located in and surrounding ones. The cost of receiving medical care or treatment at the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital will, from January 5, 2014, go up after Parliament approved new charges. Meanwhile, refund to clients who early on were charged prior to the approval has not been effected.
Officials of the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital disclosed this at an end-of-year party to honor staff members who distinguished themselves in 2013. This year's event, third in a series, was characterized by glamour, pop and pageantry. The Chief Executive Officer of the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital, Reverend Okpoti Boche, denied allegations that NHIS card holders who visited the hospital's pharmacy for drugs were turned away. He said the Controller and Accountant General's Department is working assiduously to rate the hospital's payroll of the large number of ghost names.
From the Controller and Accountant General. It's been very, very effective because it's unfolding a lot of things. Even before we started counting, we realized that there were even as much as 22 doctors who were not supposed to be there. There were a lot of other figures for nurses. We have done the preliminary screening, and that is showing that there was evidence of some names, actually clear evidence of people who were dead, sacked, dismissed. I don't think it has ever happened in Korle-Bu because the government has not paid NHIS money to us. We have been operating effectively and efficiently without the government NHIS remittances, and it's going on very well. We have never complained. Maybe somebody who doesn't have the facts and doesn't know what is on the ground was just speaking his mind.
He also spoke about the issue of illegal fees that attracted intense public discourse a few months ago.
There was a misunderstanding of what 21 sitting days means, because it's a legal terminology. Up to now, we are waiting for those who claim they have overpaid, because from 3 cities to 6 cities, maybe taxi from your house to come and claim the 3 cities different. It's not anything significant, so it didn't mean a lot to any people.
The words of the board chairman is anything to go by, then obviously you need to refund their money.
Yes, we still stand by that position and that promise, but it is for them to come and report that I attended the hospital. I came to the hospital. I was charged this month. This is my receipt, and for that matter, I'm entitled to a refund of 3 cities, 4 cities, or that.
Eddie Annan is the board chairman of the Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital.
We in the administration have fallen behind a little bit. I won't say neglecting our functions, but I think one time or the other we thought it was too much for us. Now, if we all realize that it's not too much, we need to back up and back the clinical staff up so they can do their job better than they are doing now. Yeah, to keep the name that we have already, the best hospital in the country, hopefully the best hospital in West Africa and Africa. We'll give a challenge for the next few years to be like that. And another thing that all of them agree we should do is to have what we call Korle-Bu City. A place when you come to, you're not only coming to be treated as a patient, but you're coming to actually enjoy life.
He said 2014 will see a new Korle-Bu Teaching Hospital.
Less strikes, a whole lot of goodwill from the administration to support the clinical staff, fantastic results from the staff, less patients complain, and looking forward to Korle-Bu City. Of course, reduce mortality. You heard.
Deserving staff members were also awarded. Mary Soa, a nurse at the surgical department, claimed the Best Worker Award and walked away with a Hisense deep freezer.
President Mahama says government will spend 5 million cedis to improve conditions at children's homes in the country in a speech read on his behalf at the president's end-of-year party for children. President Mahama disclosed that Osukumasi and Tamale Children's Home and Jirape and Mampon orphanages will be rehabilitated. Salim's report.
A large number of children in Bole and surrounding communities were served with food and drinks. The children were also given medical care, while Gender, Children and Social Protection Minister Nanoye Litha and Santa thrilled the children to fun activities, including dancing. Nanoye Litha, who read the president's speech, recalled President Mahama's childhood in Bole, commenting on the change of mandate of the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. President Mahama added that the new responsibilities aimed at improving the welfare of citizens, especially through several government programs, as captured by the 2014 budget.
We have integrated children's programs in government plans, and we are spending more money in 2014 for government programs. I'm happy to tell you that we acknowledge as a government that children are the most vulnerable in our society, and orphan children are even more vulnerable. So the government of Ghana, under our 2014 budget, is providing 5 million new Ghana cedis to improve conditions in Kumasi, Osu, and Tamale Children's Home, as well as 2 orphanages in Mambo and Jirape.
The Bole District Chief Executive James Jaga expressed appreciation to the President and the Sector Ministry for the choice of the district in hosting the event. A final year student of St. Kizito's BJHS, Marian Adam Idi, who spoke on behalf of the children in Bole, thanked the President for the kind gesture.
The right of children is the right to education. Unfortunately, this right is being abused. This is because many children in Ghana and especially in the Wali district are still not in school. They have ever engaged in street hockey, especially in the Wali township, while those in the villages are asked to do farming activities regardless of all the dangerous effects on their lives. We will therefore end trade with traditional leaders, government agencies, and non-governmental organizations to strive hard to ensure that the free compulsory universal basic education stated in the 1992 Constitution of Ghana is implemented to the fullness.
Former President John Ejekum Kufuor says he will carry out his task of rallying world leaders on climate change with dedication because the job is service to humanity. He says even though the task is daunting, it is a cause worthy of everybody's attention. Former President Kufuor has been appointed a United Nations Special Envoy on Climate Change. UN Secretary General Ban Ki-moon appointed the former president and former Norwegian Prime Minister Jens Stoltenberg to lead the crusade on climate change. The two former leaders are to assist heads of state and government around the world in mobilizing political will to garner support for the 2014 Climate Summit that will be held in New York, the United States in 2014. President Kufuor told the news team he and Jens Stoltenberg, first port of call, will be the United States and China, the countries reputed to produce the highest carbon emissions.
A 6-year-old man has defiled a 4-year-old girl. The little girl, whose grandmother can only afford a painkiller and hot water for her treatment, is wasting away. Etonam Say uncovered the heinous crime and brought us the full report.
Defiled, maimed, and shattered for life. The 4-year-old was allegedly defiled by a 60-year-old man.
Fine mama no ape. Block plepe. Block plepe. Kaka wa vai. Kajeju dole fuma. Efuma wa bia. Kale vewe. Ta no be annoy de vie vida. Ya unwa no do ape ya adwa. Ya kaka wa foku ntu de ba sile unwe. Oh, babalo. How old are you?
4 years, 5 months.
Let me country chema
Na police nearly.
Na police nearly. Na police ali na sia.
Young Abla, the name we want to refer to her in the story, is only spending holidays with her grandma. Her 48-year-old grandma is helpless.
Okay. So, me my come on, I'm 14. I me so kakra me di you. Enti me kan, me dia come on site ho. Sa na omo he. Enti omo ya omo san ba ye no. Omo ni ba nine. And I'm start another no anopa. And then me. Enti me sa no about 5:30 ah. E bia na come omo site ho. So omo be di omo to omo first kan no, this omo di wi answer. Omo dis kan am. Enti in then 5 days. And I'm sorry, I'm not going into a car, 2 boys, any papa and back, a 7 Peter. And the small boy, my friend Derek, or no, so pension, or course of pension, or what to pipe. I just some of them ma brew, and so sorry, I'm a block or honey in soon. Because talk, you see, I brought them 1 CD. Tell me, got to in Sunabro, Aparanada. Into many patre. Back what is a muti high. Timid Akorana da to ho, and I mean Akata Akoranoso. And I'm Koto. You call Mania, Piota, and Amiji, Insuno, Mameno, and I'm a tall block. The counter, Timmy Baron, and I'm who's Akorano, him Museno. A pajas, and I'm ma Akoranoso.
We refer to her as MFA. She was paid 150 cedis to shut her up. This was the very place where this hideous crime was perpetrated. According to the grandmother of this 4-year-old, she was sleeping here at that point, and some workers were also working here at that 7 p.m. Thursday evening, where this 60-year-old man defiled this 4-year-old child. We currently don't know the man's whereabouts. We're told he's at large, but we will go further to ensure that this man is arrested and brought to book.
Before we go, Governor of the Central Bank, Dr. Henry Kofi Wampa, has dropped hints the bank will introduce policies early next year to address challenges in the foreign exchange sector. While wishing Ghanaians the best in the festive season, Dr. Wampa assured of a more strengthened economy in the coming year.
I acknowledge that last year has been very challenging from the very beginning of the year with the petition and the energy issues and so on. But towards the end of the year, we've seen a lot of improvement, and we expect that this will go into next year. There are already good signs. Some of our commodity prices have started strengthening. Cocoa prices especially have seen a lot of improvement, and we expect that this will go into next year. So we are expecting a better, stronger next year. We'll be coming out very soon with policies or strategies to ensure that we deal with the current policies that we have, especially in the area of foreign exchange operations. We'll be coming out early in the new year with those measures. Let me use this opportunity to wish all of you, both you, the listeners and so on, a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Well, so that'll be it for the news headlines we have. Now our top stories for the morning. Christians in Ghana today joining others the world over to mark Christmas.
4-year-old girl defiled by a 6-year-old man at the Alavanyo in the Dangwe West District of the Greater Accra region.
And just shown you, Governor of the Bank of Ghana, Dr. Henry Kofi Wampa, dropping hints of addressing foreign exchange challenges next year. I mean, not only him, but the whole of his team at the Bank of Ghana.
And residents of the Alavanyo wants government to take over the disputed lands in order to ensure peace between the Nkonyes and Albanan.
Well, so those are the stories we have for you. Next, we'll bring you some sports highlights on this very day, Christmas Day. And Christmas is a wonderful time to make merry and also celebrate the birth of Christ. So the football fraternity is very much a part of the mix, and the opportunity to send an Xmas message is also not lost on some key football figures in the country, including FA President Kwesi Nyantakyi, his vice Fred Krenzel, and a host of others who spoke to the sports team.
Merry Christmas to everybody. We thank God for bringing us this far. We had a very, very good 2013, and we pray to God that He makes our 2014 even much better.
I wish everybody a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We pray that the coming year will be a very much success than what we have experienced for the past 2013.
I would like to thank all football administrators. We would like to thank the football fans, the players, the presidency, and the Ministry of Youth and Sports for all their support.
Above all, Christmas is not only about chicken and rice, it's also about the birth of Christ. And my question is, do you have a relationship with that God? When your last breath goes, what would you say? I wish you a Merry Christmas, and I pray next year you will know God and support Ghana football.
Well, Ghana is qualified for the World Cup in Brazil, and I believe that is a befitting reward for every Ghanaian. And we should also celebrate that Christ came into this world and we are celebrating his birth. That is good for all of us. I wish every Ghanaian a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year.
Yeah, my name is Joseph Langabe. Try to watch Joy TV. And all the soccer fans of this country, I wish everybody Merry Christmas, long life and prosperity. And keep on watching Joy TV day and night, moon, everywhere, whether you sleep or you wake up in the morning, check into the downstairs, moving through the picture, no size, Joy TV. All the fans, including Aka and Alasa, I give them long life and prosperity. Many happy returns. Happy New Year. And all Joy FM crews, when they did for the studio, I love them and I appreciate the job they did for President Techi. I love them. The chairman of the Joy FM, I wish him long life and prosperity. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. God bless you. Thank you for the word so sweet.
And that's the chief drummer of the Black Stars as well as the Ghana Football Association. It's called Joseph Langabell. And the Black Princess will need to edge past Equatorial Guinea to confirm their place in the final round of qualifying for next year's Under-20 Women's World Cup, which is taking place in Canada. Well, the Black Princesses are chasing one of the two sports at the World Cup, which is up for grabs from the African qualifiers, as Nigeria and South Africa also compete for a place. Both sides will play over 2 legs, with the aggregate winner qualifying for the World Cup finals, which will take place in August of next year, 2014. And before we go, Brazilian prosecutors want FIFA and local World Cup organizers to pay nearly $2 million in damages for alleged ticket irregularities at the Confederations Cup. And the prosecutors in the northeastern state of Pernambuco say organizers did not provide the necessary services that fans paid for at the Arena Pernambuco during the warm-up tournament this year, especially in relation to seating location. FIFA's agent in ticket sales match services has also been included in the court action on Friday. So that'll be it for sports this morning. It's brought to you by Tigo. Smile, you've got Tigo.